What's up, folks? How you doing? Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. My name is Nash, and of course, here we get to do a recap of what has been happening over the weekend as far as sports is concerned. There was so much of sports happening this weekend. We had F1 happening, Spanish Grand Prix. We had, of course, the Kenya Premier League because the stakes are very high at the top. We had, of course, the FA Cup. We had the conclusion of the Serie A. We had the conclusion of the Bundesliga. We had the DFB Pokal happening in, happening in Germany. So let's have a look at all that. Let's start off with the Kenya Premier League because this one is big. Now, Tusker were playing against Wazito away from home at Muhoroni FC. Tusker were on top of the table going to this game, 1 point clear of Gor Mahia. All right? So all we had to do since Kama Tusker is win the game and continue being on top with 2 games to go. Like, Wazito had other ideas altogether. Yes, Wazito came out on top. They won that game 2-1. Gor Mahia, on the other hand, they were having a more difficult game against Ulinzi Stars. They won 2-0. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Because that means now, Gor Mahia on top, Tusker wako second, ndovu imeanguka kutoka juu ya mti bwana. Hey, sijui timu zote tu da support zinaanguka tu. Si Arsenal chini. Si Tusker wameanguka. Okay, there are 2 games to go, but damn, I can't trust on goal to lose any other game moving forward. They still have difficult fixes, but damn. NBA, akina Miami, akina Bucks when ilikuwa support nje. Boston Celtics down and out. Ninashangaa kwani mimi ndio swara? Inaweza kuwa mimi ndio swara na sijui. You know, so yeah, Gor Mahia won 2-0, so they're now top of the table with 2 games to go. All right. In the FA Cup, of course, this was happening on Saturday. The Manchester Derby pitting Manchester United and Manchester City. And Manchester City won that game 2-1. A very good game, I have to be honest. It wasn't all Manchester City. Man United, they did play well, to be honest. You can't say like walikaa tu hapo wakakuwa spanked or whitewashed and stuff. No. They did put in a good fight, but it ended in futile. It was all futile. It was all in vain because they lost and Manchester City won that game 2-1. 2 trophies in the bag. 1 more to go. Happening next weekend, June 10th, next Saturday, the Champions League finale. That's going to be dope because if they win that one, it's a treble in the bag for them. Now, Manchester City have ever won a treble before, but that was a domestic treble. Yes, that was Premier League, Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup. Now they have the chance of winning the bigger treble, which is the Champions League, the Premier League, and the FA Cup. So let's wait and see how that's going to be happening on Saturday. I have to make this clear. I was supporting them on Saturday against Manchester United, but I will not be supporting them on Saturday against Inter Milan. I'm not going to be doing that. Yes. In F1, no, let's finish up with football. Now, of course, Serie A ilihapelika this weekend. The conclusion of it, game 38 of 38 happened. Napoli were given the title, the Scudetto. I don't know why they wait till the last day to give out the Scudetto. Napoli walishinda kitu mapema. But the trophy was given to them yesterday as they were concluding the league. And that's so, the top 4 being Napoli, AC Milan, Inter Milan, and which is the other team? There are 4 teams, and Juventus is not one of them. Atalanta finished 5th. I think Juventus finished, is it 6th or 7th there? Juventus next season, I think, wako Conference League. And that's the Europa League. It's crazy. Oh, and AS Roma finished 6th. And then, of course, they'll be in the Europa League next season. And Juventus finished 7th, meaning Juventus are in the Conference League next season. You love to see it. You love to see it. There's a team that finished 2nd. Nani nasahau? Lazio. Yes. So it's Napoli, Lazio, Inter, AC. And that's how the top 4 concluded at Serie A. And that also saw teams like Sampdoria getting relegated. I don't know how long Sampdoria have played in the Serie A, but damn, that was a shocker. I was a bit shocked by that one. So that's how the cookie crumbled in the Serie A. In the La Liga, we had, of course, the top 4 being Barcelona, who won the La Liga title, Real Madrid finishing 2nd, Atletico 3rd, who finished 4th. Who finished 4th in La Liga? Is it Sociedad? I'm not so sure who finished 4th. All I know is Espanyol got relegated. Yes, on the last day. Kulikuwa crazy hapo by the way, going to the last day. You didn't know for sure who was going to go down, but yeah. Elche, Elche I think is in Serie A. No, it was Real Valladolid, Espanyol, who are bottom, and I think Elche, if I'm not wrong. I don't know. I'm confusing Elche in Serie A and La Liga. I'm not so sure on that one. So that's how the cookie crumbled. In La Liga, by the way, Benzema said he's leaving. Yes, he's leaving Real Madrid. It's all done and dusted. He is going to Saudi Arabia, Al Ittihad, where he might be earning 200 million pounds, 200 million euros a year. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. So yeah, Benzi leaving after joining, after being the club, I think for, is it 14 years? Most decorated player of all time at Real Madrid. 5 European Cups, sijui Super Cups ngapi, I think tano, sijui La Liga ngapi. He's the most decorated. He has done well. He's the second all-time top scorer at Real Madrid. I think he's the 4th all-time top scorer at La Liga. And he's a proper legend of Real Madrid and La Liga. So he's going to be leaving, and I think he's going to be leaving alongside Asensio. Asensio might be going to PSG from Real Madrid. It was about time. I mean, Asensio, there has been so much talk of him leaving, so seems like it's finally happening. In Germany, we had DFB Pokal. Yes, this was between RB Leipzig and Frankfurt. RB Leipzig won that game 2-0. I think to retain the DFB Pokal. It's a proper cup team, that one. So yeah, that's how the cookie crumbled. Of course, we had the Spanish Grand Prix happening, and this is one that gives me so much joy because Sisi Kama Mercedes, we had a double podium finish. Annie, oh, I love it, man. I love it. I feel like we are back. I know Mercedes made a lot of upgrades. If you watch our podcast, it's called the Pit Board, which it's all about F1. You should watch it on our channel, Football JSK on YouTube. It's all about F1, and there's so much upgrades that Mercedes have done, and they first unleashed them in Monaco, and you do not feel the impact of them. But everybody said they're going to feel the impact of those in the Spanish Grand Prix, and boy, did we feel it. Yes, so Hamilton finishing 2nd, George Russell finishing 3rd, and of course Max Verstappen finishing 1st, in case you didn't know. And that's like, is it 6 out of 6 for Max Verstappen? Like all the 23 matches, banner. I mean races. It's insane. You might just have a clean sweep, 23 out of 23. So let's wait and see how that's going to happen. Then, of course, we have the NBA finals. They're going down. Game 1 happened, when was it? Game 1 happened, I think, last week. And then today we had game 2. Denver Nuggets up against Miami in Denver. And Miami won that game 111-108. Close game as they come. Big away win for Miami because game 3 and game 4 is happening in Miami. So let's wait and see how that's going to pop out. Of course, if they love to win this one, they'll have to win it in Denver. If they win like the two legs in Miami, that would be like 3-1 by the time they go back to Denver. And then when it's 4-1, it's done and dusted. So let's wait and see how that's going to pop out. I am supporting Denver. Now, Denver poshinda nitaamini yake nani mimi ndio swara. I swear down. Denver poshinda nitaamini mimi ndio swara. So let's wait and see. Jokic, man, game 1, he had a triple-double. Jokic is insane. Game 2, he didn't have a triple-double, but he had 41 freaking points. That is just on another level, by the way. He should bag the NBA title. And in case you're forgetting, Denver Nuggets are owned by one Stan Kroenke, who's also the owner of Arsenal. So precisely why I'm supporting Denver Nuggets. And I'm also supporting them. Teams that will support East, zilitoka. I supported the Bucks, wakatoka. Milwaukee Bucks got knocked out. They didn't even get to the conference finals. I think they didn't even get to the semis. I think they got to the semis. I'm not so sure. Walitolewa mapema ni the best huko. Then I went to Boston Celtics, and Celtics ndio after pushing to game 7, they were just shoddy, man. They were just poor. So it's terrible. All right. That's how the quick round. But as far as this weekend is concerned, of course, our last podcast is out. It's the one that is playing there. Go check it out. We had a lot to talk about as far as the Players Awards goes and everything else, and what happened to likes of Leicester and everything else in between. Go check it out. Have a fantastic week. God bless. The transfer window is opening in earnest, I think, in 2 weeks. So to Kairada, there's so much happening right now. I mean, like I said, Benzema going to Al Ittihad. Asensio going to PSG. PSG might also be getting Manuel Ugarte from Sporting Lisbon, who was also being linked very much with Chelsea. Arsenal is going to make a bid for Declan Rice once Europa Conference League is done. The final is this Wednesday. So let's wait and see for that. Caicedo also being linked a lot with Chelsea. I mean, it's crazy. Pochettino joining Chelsea, but he's not going to be at Chelsea until 1st of July. It's crazy. This transfer window might be one for the books. Might be one for the books, because also Messi is leaving PSG. We don't know where he's going. So let's keep an eye on that. Have a fantastic week. God bless. Take care.